What you see behind me is my dinner. These are chicken enchiladas that used green chilies. And yes, I made sure to give some to someone else so I can ask about them in court 6 years from now. I thought I would do a quick update with my thoughts for the Lori Vallow trial week 1. I am still of the opinion that before this ends, Lori is going to put forward the scenario that maybe Tylee killed Charles Vallow. She has been focusing on how no one was there and has video of what happened. She's been focusing on how Tylee didn't get along with Charles. And, hey, if they covered it up because of Tylee, at the very least, that wouldn't be a charge of conspiracy to commit murder. I think that is very much a possibility. We'll see. I do want to say that a lot of people, and me included, believe she is on a revenge tour. The way she treated people from her life, not the experts, was pretty revolting. The way she questioned the religion of multiple women. The woman who went on a date that night with Charles. Do you go on dates with married men? Like, she was harassing them. And that's kind of what I expected going in, and she did what I expected there. When it came to Kay Woodcock, I was shocked at how Lori crossed. I expected more, and Kay did have some shots back in her answers to Lori. And I watched Colby Ryan's live stream, at least some of it, and he mentioned something that we couldn't see at home. Lori was shaking while going up to talk to Kay, and I wonder if she was afraid to confront her. What Kay would say. Because Kay, I mean, they knocked on the door of JJ and Tylee being dead. Now, Kay could have went into a rant about JJ being killed. Lori being convicted of his murder. Could have caused a mistrial, and maybe she wouldn't want to do that for her brother's case, but it was within her power to do it. She would have gotten it out. And Lori would have been all over the news. That would have went viral. Just like the don't flatter yourself moment and the enchilada moment did. Maybe that's what Lori was most afraid of, her public image getting even worse. I looked at the state's witness list, and I don't think they have anyone else on that witness list that is going to be someone for Lori to harass on her revenge tour. At least not someone from her personal life. So those should be more calm, I would expect, days. The issue is, we still have to wait on Lori's defense witnesses. We don't know how many have actually gotten subpoenaed. We don't know how many will be allowed. But we've seen what she's like to people that the state brings up. What is it going to be like when she's been planning and plotting and wanting to bring them up in this trial? I think we're going to have some fireworks whenever that happens. I'm not sure how many more days it'll be. Maybe next week we'll be able to get to her witnesses. I was happy to see that Colby Ryan seems to have some form of closure. You know, Lori's, to him, it sounded like he has some closure that Lori just isn't his mom anymore, and he's done with her. That is, honestly, the best thing I think could have happened to him. Trying to think of anything else from this week that's worth talking about specifically. Her attitude has been getting progressively worse, I think, in court. More yelling at the judge, more yelling in front of the jury. And I do wonder if week 2 will be a reset, a weekend reset, or will she be the same as she was Thursday? If I were to make a guess, she'll probably be slightly better Monday, depending on witnesses and what is said. I'd say probably by Tuesday, she might be back off the rails. If she's not by Tuesday, maybe she'll calm down until we're to her witnesses. Maybe that's what riles her up. People from her own life that she can grill gets her a little excited. Not like there's much excitement waiting for her in her life being behind bars, you know. As I said, I still plan to cover the whole trial. I still haven't done my taxes yet. This is being recorded Friday night. I'm not sure when I'll release it. Today I mostly slept. I've been having problems sleeping all week, so I was doing these videos running off of about 3 to 4 hours of sleep and caffeine. So I had a long sleep today, went to the store, got the stuff to make the enchiladas. I already had the chicken. I fried the chicken was in the freezer, but I got the other stuff to make the enchiladas because I decided that I wanted enchiladas for a reason. Something had made me crave them. Thank you, chat, by the way. You made it worse. So I made enchiladas. And now I'm sitting down and I'm honestly already after dinner. I'm about ready to go back to bed. I feel tired. So don't really expect videos much this weekend. Saturday, I might just sleep again. I might sleep the whole day away, and then I might have to scramble and do my taxes Sunday into Monday after trial. Last minute, it's fine. It's whatever. As long as I get them done. They won't take long. I'm just procrastinating because I know I owe, and it's not fun, and I'm still very tired. I can operate for multiple days low on sleep, but then eventually when it catches up to me, my mind just doesn't want me to do anything. I still haven't watched the 60-minute interview with Lori Vallow. If I procrastinate enough tomorrow, okay. If I procrastinate, I don't know if you could hear that. There was a loud dog outside. If I could procrastinate enough tomorrow, I might watch it and then do like a post video reaction. I've heard that it involved her blaming Tylee for the death of JJ. So that kind of fits where I feel like she's going in trial, and then people informed me of that, so I need to watch it. That would be a good reason to delay things tomorrow and not actually do what needs done. So that probably will happen. Sarah Boone today. Sarah Boone, the 11th today was the last day for the transcripts, according to the court order, to be posted by the court. I don't know if all of them got posted. I didn't double check that it was all that were ordered. If it's not, we'll hear about it. And they could have been, I guess, submitted today and not filed online yet. So we'll see. So there's a little bit of Sarah Boone information there at the end. The Lori Vallow trial is really sad. It really is. Especially Kay. It was... I teared up a little bit when I watched it with Kay. That's the first time it got me in this case. It's only going to get worse. And it's going to get worse if the jury finds out that Tylee and JJ are dead. And I wonder if Lori does go with the Tylee angle openly. Is that the door open for the state? I would assume it'd have to be for the state to say, and here's who killed Tylee. At least Tylee. For the jury to know. It feels like a roller coaster every day you watch, because I feel like everyone is kind of on the edge of their seats. Not because like we don't know the answer. We don't know what... It's not like we don't know what happened. It's not that we don't have an expectation of what the jury is going to decide. I think a lot of the anticipation is people waiting to know, are the jury going to find out about the kids? Who is going to mention what happened to the kids? How much are they going to know? I think that is a lot of the draw for people to watch live. The other half, I think if Lori wasn't representing herself, I don't know that this trial would have nearly as much viewership. That's part of it. But picturing those jury members seeing all of this and not knowing about her other convictions, not knowing what Lori Vallow has been convicted of. They might think at this point they're in front of a monster. They might. But they don't know how bad it goes.